Hey, it's Punky J. What's going on, guys? Got another special deep video for you here, all personal and shit. So, guys, pay attention to what I'm saying. It just might help you. I hope that it helps, anyways. I know some people you just can't help, but for those of you who still are willing to listen, this is a video on exploring your own self, who you are as a person. Do you know who you are? Besides the simple things like, I like chocolate ice cream, I like World of Warcraft. Do you know who you are besides that? You have to really explore yourself emotionally, spiritually, stuff like that. Who are you as a man or a woman or a child, whoever you are, who are you? Do you know? The sad thing is, I don't think a lot of people really take the time anymore to fully examine themselves, on a mental sort of level. I just don't think a lot of people really even care. It seems these days people are so preoccupied with their iPhones, their Xboxes, they're texting, always texting on the phone. That they just don't take the time to fully understand themselves. I love talking about Louis C.K. Ever since I started this channel, I always bring him up, and he made a good story with Conan O'Brien, I think it was. I watch all of his interviews. I'm totally obsessed with this guy, but he was talking about how he was in his car one day and he just decided not to text. And because of that, a song came on. It reminded him of something in his childhood, and he was very moved by it. He cried about it, but it helped. The crying helped. And the reason I'm telling you guys this story is because sometimes I think people like to block out bad things, things that make them feel bad from their brain. And instead they just hide from it, by texting, doing superficial, vacant things. Well, not so much vacant, but just things that only give you cheap pleasure. And but when you can fully examine yourself, and work through the grief of whatever makes you feel bad, if you can gain that sort of peace and understanding, you will live with such a greater, you will be so much happier. I mean, that's all I'm really trying to say, is you will be a much happier person, and you will live with a lot less, guilt, or not guilt, but just a lot less negativity. I guess what I'm trying to say is you'll have much more positivity and clarity. Clarity is a big thing, Understanding yourself, it makes you feel better as a person. It helps you, understand who you are, what you're about, the pros, the cons. It's important to think about stuff so you can understand how to fix it in your own life. Things aren't always just going to come to you. Sometimes you just have to sit down and think. And, unfortunately, a lot of people, I guess they just feel like they don't have time to do that. I was always a very introverted young man, even as a child. I'm not a genius. I'm not going to sit here and tell you I would, calculate all these algebraic equations in my mind like Rain Man. But I was very left-brained, creative thinker. Even as a child, I feel like I was very emotionally mature. I think that it came from my mother. She was very nurturing, but the funny thing is, my father, as I'm picking my nose, my father was not very nurturing as much. He had trouble showing emotion. It wasn't so much that he was a douchebag. He just there's a term I like to use for some of my haters. It's just emotionally retarded. Like they don't know how to use certain emotions. And I think a lot of people, who don't understand themselves have hard time showing emotion. I think that they're very reserved. And so when you can learn to show emotion and things like that, it'll just make you a happier person, because you'll be able to experience those kinds of feelings. That's what it's all about, the sensation of those feelings, happiness, joy, all those great feelings you'll be able to feel more of. And sometimes in order to feel those kinds of feelings, you have to first feel the bad. But when you can work through that, then you can gain peace, understanding, and true joy. So guys, this is Punky J. I hope this video helps you. I pray for my haters. I really do. I think that there's some hope for at least some of them, but this video was made mainly for those, who are open and, who are at least open to what I have to say anyway. So, thanks guys for watching. This is Punky J. I'll see you on the next video. Peace.